Welcome to today's stream, traveler. Sorry, I just wanted to get into the mood. Welcome to today's stream. I just kind of wanted to cold open into this really cool project that I found, which is now currently broken because I think I pressed something really really bad. I don't think this thing can handle certain button presses. I don't think this thing can handle certain button presses. Welcome to a slight continuation of the idea of the open source day. Now, I found some more interesting projects for us to check out. This is one of those interesting projects. Hello, Mod. How are you? In fact, this project, you might even. Hey, Mod, I saw your playtime on Marvel Rivals. Did you enjoy Marvel Rivals? The mod was trying out a new game, okay? I don't know why the tomato keeps. Where am I leaking? Or I see the leaks. But I figured this would be a fun time for us to check out some interesting, cool projects that I found, as well as take a step back into the olden days, because for some reason, growing up, one of the few games that you had access to was free games. And most free games were open source because people who do open source don't make money. Hopefully, you like my smiling tomato. This is my real Windows XP PC. Totally real, absolute dog shit. It's absolutely dog shit. No, but this is apparently a virtual machine version of Windows XP running on your computer. You thought that I was drawing a Mokoko seed. I think only we would understand what a Mokoko seed is. Most people wouldn't even know what a Mokoko is. If you've ever played Lost Ark, then you know. If you've never played it, then you don't know. Shared pictures, RAM disk, profiles, directory, documents, and settings. Oh, it's getting laggier. It's getting a lot laggier. I can barely do anything actually. Default. Am I a default user? Okay, it seems like I'm a default user. This is apparently a full virtual machine running a Windows XP in your browser. So I don't know the specifics of it because I didn't really explore too deeply. But you can actually run this yourself by simply going to the website. You can go to Virtual XP, whatever this link is, and you can get your own Windows XP for your taste of nostalgia. What's interesting is that it's actually a series of projects that I found that all sort of deal with the same theme. There's actually like a bunch of these, which is a good backdrop into what we're doing today, okay? There's some things that used to be made that aren't made anymore for various reasons, and there are some things that are still being made that I don't know why they're being made to this day. And we're going to check out all of them. I just want you to know that most of these are pretty fun. Some of these are not as fun, but I'm hoping at least we get something out of it. Also because I really want to make my movie. So what are we doing today? We're going to be making a movie today. Remember the climbing story that I had? The climbing story where I was like, oh, it's like this like Junji Ito style climbing horror film where he climbs up the mountain and he realizes that he's just climbing to get away from something, but then it's like too late, and he eventually becomes one with the stone because that's his true free freedom, right? It's sort of that idea of like a character achieving a false bliss, like a false reality of sorts. Well, we're going to make that movie today in a program called Microsoft 3D Movie Maker, which you will not believe the things that I found out about this program. There is so much. There is so many things I found out about this program, and for better or worse, it involves a lot of racism. I'm not even kidding you. I don't even know how to explain this. There's a lot of racism around this thing. Okay. Then we're going to move on to Dwarf Fortress, a game that I spent years trying to play as a child that I could never fully understand. At most, I got like 2 floors of like stuff, and then I tried to make a lava like the whole. There's this trick where you make your dwarves happier by making a hole in the floor, and you drop dogs down there, and you force your dwarves to witness the dogs being blown up. I'm not even kidding you. You force your dwarves to look at the dogs dying as they impact the floor in order to become happier people because it makes them mentally resilient. It's kind of I couldn't get that going, but I'm gonna try to get at least something similar to that level going. As well, if you want to check out some other projects that also deal with this virtual XP thing, there's actually quite a few. So I actually found like a bunch of them for this segment. Oh god, it's so loud. Oh god, it's still way too loud. Here, I found these little projects that are all for a Windows XP style environment in your browser. This one is an emulated one, running entirely in JavaScript, and it's built with Svelte and Tailwind. So it's interesting because this one is the least I don't know if this is more or less technically challenging. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really sure if the technical difficulty is more or less because on the one hand, getting an emulator to run in your browser is complicated. On the other hand, an emulator is running the whole thing. This one, you have to make everything in JavaScript, which is arguably the worst language I've ever used in my entire life. You also have the classic, the actual virtual machine itself, which is interesting. Oh! It's completely off center. What games? Drag your files from your computer to the blank space in the folder to drag them into army warfare. Your progress will be saved on this device only. What is this? What is this? What? Crazy games! Wait, isn't this a Flash game? My nickname. So it comes a lot. Sorry. It's just funny to me. What is this? What is this? You can't, you can't make this up. You actually cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. What is this? I don't know. Cards? What is this? Cards? It's a card game? It's a card game in my fake Windows XP like computer. There's a virus. Why do I have a virus? F2 3000 scoped. What is this game? What is this? How did I find this? There comes a lot. Battle. Switching a I don't know. Let's fight in the military base. I guess we're military dudes fighting in the military base, right? I can drop the soldier card to summon it. Is this a real game? What is this? Display game controls. Feedback. Who am I giving this feedback to? No one, apparently. How to win the battle. Destroy the opponent's tower using your soldiers. How to summon soldiers. Oh my god, this is a military themed Clash of Clans, chat. USP, MP5. It's like I'm buying guns in the CS. The Beretta. He costs the one heat. USP costs two heats. AK. Oh, virus. Well, what does virus do? I don't know what virus does. MP5. What is this shit? Wait, is there more? Age of War. I remember Age of War. These are Flash games. These are all emulated Flash games. Santa Parkour, Space Battle. What's this? What's crazy is I'm just clicking on these. I have no clue if these are actually safe or not. And also, sorry I've been gone for so long. I was just busy. Some things came up constantly, just random emergencies, and we found out some more things. But now it's good. Everything's okay. I'm okay. I think. I mean, the things are okay. So I'm basically done all of my tasks. It's just the ever looming requirement to eventually get like more stable employment than just contracts. I'm gonna die. This is okay. That's very disappointing. What's Santa Parkour? Oops, Santa Parkour is no longer available. Play our other Christmas games on Crazy Games. I can't believe I clicked that link because I'm kind of worried about if like there could have been a virus. What's train teacher simulator? Firefox can't open. Display the page if another site has embedded it. Website will not. Okay, well Chrome doesn't give a shit. Chrome just says, "Hey, open it up. You might like it." Stick War. What are all of these? But I will have more consistent streaming times up until Wednesday, actually, because my wife is busy until Wednesday, which means as I'm here with you, as basically when my wife is away, that's when I care enough to like be here. Otherwise, I don't really want to be here. Presented, I remember stickpage.com. I wonder if that website still exists, eh? Stick page. Oh my god, chat, it's still alive. So for those of you who don't know, this is a website dedicated entirely to stick figure games. I can't believe this is still alive. Wow. And what's crazy is right the stick figure meta on say Newgrounds was huge. I remember the stick figure meta being one of the largest things. What is this? What what is this? What is this? You used to love that. Yeah, you used to love this. This is what you used to love, eh? I know what section you went on. I know what section you used to watch. You used to watch this section, huh? You fucking freak. What was this? Him for a day. The Pope for a day. The sounds of Link and Zelda. I animated some of my favorite Zelda and Link lines. The last you'll see of what? A fun employ. These are what is it? Is that Undertale? Underwheels. Underwheels. This is mature. Why is this mature? Does mature mean it has titties? What does that mean? What is this? Excessive violence, explicit text. Okay, well that's not really mature. That's just any game in existence. Well, I can I. I've never played Undertale in my life, ever. This is by Lakin Dakota. I've never played Undertale in my entire life. I don't know what any of this is. He's killing my comfort characters. He's killing my comfort character. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. He got away. Maybe you could get a new wife and start a new family. What is this? What is this? Okay, so was him jumping on that person on the floor at the beginning a euphemism for sex? Who made this? Like who actually made this? I love my family. He has a little I love my family bobble on his I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. Why is his arm so jacked? It's like the meme of me driving around with jacked arm. What is this? Stop the police! You're not getting away, buddy. This is what you get for messing with my wife. I'm gonna run you over, buddy. Lack in Dakota, why did you make this, Mr. Lack in Dakota? Can I have an interview with you so I can talk to you and then ask you why you made this game? Because I feel like this is a very risky game to make, considering the audience that's behind this game. Do you think if I kill Skeleton Man, what's his name? Bones? Do you think if I kill Bones, do you think the audience will hate me or no? How do I kill the Bone Man? How do I kill Boner? We're about to kill Boner. Chat. I might get canceled once I kill Boner. I might get canceled. Get the fuck out the way! The police is blocking me. Like, we have to kill him. I refuse to start the rest of the stream until I kill him. Again, I've seen so much talk about this game that I've avoided it because of the nature of the talk. Like, a lot of people really, really love this game to the point of absurdity. Like, I know that people get death threats for the things that they say about this game. Several people that I watch have gotten death threats because of this one game. So this could be the end of my life, actually. Oh my god. It's over. I actually think it's over. Are you kidding me? How do I get any closer? This is the hardest game I've ever played in my life. This is actually the hardest game that I've ever played. These children keep going out onto the streets to die in front of my car. Please, please, I am begging you. Please. And I wonder why this game has such a vitriolic community. But then I have to remember, right? Is that I was a child on the internet at maybe the age of like 8. So there's probably like most people who are sending you most 8-year-olds are sending death threats nowadays. I think death threats is just a normal part of an 8-year-old's lexicon. Not to say that everyone who plays this game is 8 years old. Like I know some adults who play this game that aren't 8 years old, but that's concerning and not necessarily. No, I'm just kidding. It's not concerning. It's just you have to understand, right? Like it's like walking up into the club, but you're not in like the club. You're in the McDonald's playpen. And everybody else around you is kids, right? Like it's like, you know, I know what's up when I play my own like games, right? Like I know how to feel too. Okay, he's fake. I can run over him. Everyone else is real. And let me say this, some games you really don't want to deal with the community, right? What's crazy is the first thing that I'm going to show you today is a bit like that. Can she stop trying to go to school so I can like not run over her? Who is this guy saying hello to me? Please, please, I'm so close. Chat, I'm so close. Is this entire game a tease? Is this whole thing a tease? Am I not allowed to kill him? He apparently was boning he's boning my wife because he's Bones. Like his name is Bones, so he bones my wife. Where'd the kid come from? Oh my god, chat, we're never gonna make it. These people keep running into my car. Please, please, I'm begging you, please, just leave so I can get this guy. I need to teach him a lesson. This is what you get for messing with my family. I've killed like multiple families. I hate this game so much. I hate that game so much. I hate that game so much. I hate that game so much. I actually hate that game so much. I hate that game so much. It's so hard to play. Why do they keep spawning and dying? Why do they keep spawning and dying? Why do they keep coming out of nowhere just to ruin my score? Like I'm so close. I'm so close every single time, but I can never get catch up to him. He's too fast. He's so annoying. I don't think that game has an end. I genuinely don't think that game has an end. I think it's just made as a shitpost to get you to like get people to send you death threats. Okay, like it's. I don't think it's real. Oh man, what a good one. Also, I found this really cool thing as well. Oh shit. Oh sorry, there's a trailer playing. I found this really cool game as well, called Bongo Cat, which is going to be the backdrop for most of what we're doing today, because we're going to be doing a full frontal all screen display. We're going to be doing all screen display the entire day today, because everything that we're doing, I don't think can be captured normally in the way that we usually capture things nowadays. Because this some of the software is from like a bygone era. This is before we realized that people would maybe want to capture something, right? So this is Bongo Cat. It's a free application on Steam. Why would you want to have admin mode? No, that's stupid. And what you can do is you can have gaming mode. What? Animate auto hide transparency fix, and basically Bongo Cat is just here to collect bongos, and then you can get hats for him. Apparently, I don't really know how to get hats. What's interesting is let me try to show you this. Let me just make sure I only show you like one specific part of it. Let's see the market. Here we go. This is a good place to hear it. This game is a bit like those other games where you have a bunch of items being sold on the marketplace for the game. So, for instance, the mouse with the pen Bongo Cat hat is being sold for 12 cents. Last night, I think this was at about, maybe $6. I saw it was like $6 per hat last night. So the prices have changed, but it is interesting to think, wait, this is free. Appreciation. Buy. There are many requests to buy at this much lower. Thank you for your support. And you can just buy these things. It's a bit like those. It feels like those scam games, really. Oh, here we go. The cappuccino for wow, $159. Wow, same as a commodity. Thank you very much for your support. Again, I need to remind you, when people buy and sell these things, the creator of the game gets a cut of the balance too. So presumably that's sort of why this whole thing is being made. Where do we put Bongo Cat? Bongo Cat, you're gonna hang out with whatchamacallit, Mr. Oh, oh. Okay, highest he can go is 1.66. Bongo Cat. Okay, Bongo Cat, you're gonna stay over here, and we're gonna have some fun. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. because no, we're not only making movies today. I actually did want to play some games today. I did actually want to play some, and this may surprise you, Dwarf Fortress, a game that is near and dear to my heart because I remember as a child, I tried to play the game and I only got as far as making the mental health builder, where to increase your dwarves' mental health, you kill a bunch of animals in front of them to make them resilient to things like death. So we're gonna see if we can do that with the Steam version, the Kit Fox version of the game, which I'm not kidding you, I've had since it came out. I've had this game since it came out. I've never played it once on stream, so I'm excited to go into it. Some nice casual Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, I guess saying it out loud, it is funny to think of like Dwarf Fortress and the word casual doesn't really work, but that's sort of the fun of this segment is to see how far we can get with this mindset of just to have fun with it. But BRB though, I need to sit down because I feel like when you create something like what we just did, when you have to bring back those emotions, I feel a little perturbed because it's things that I haven't really felt and things that I haven't had to deal with for a very long time. That I thought the wounds had closed, and yet in the end, they're still just as fresh as they were when they were inflicted on me. And so I need a moment to just sit down for a bit, and recover. And really, this is all an excuse for me to pee, but I'm trying to make it sound very cool. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Give me a second. I need to write something down. I just had a really good idea in the washroom. It's a funny place to have a good idea, but I think the washroom's always the best place to have a good idea. There's always something there for me to think about. Because when you're in the washroom, right, there's like nothing else for you to do, so you might as well think about things. Also, Bongo Cat will die. Everyone say goodbye to Bongo Cat. Say goodbye to Bongo Cat. It's gonna die now. Gonna die now. He's dead. And I think this idea is going to be interesting, but I just need to write this down. Goodbye, Bongo Cat. Bongo Cat emote. Bongo tap. Just give me a moment to write this down, though. Okay, sorry. I just finally wrote everything down. Oh, no. Did my internet die? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My internet died. For a moment. Is it still? Oh, my God. I'm so... Hello? Hello? Okay, we're back. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. Steam decided to update Marvel Rivals for some god-awful reason. Your keyboard has an OLED screen and it has a Bongo Cat animation when you type. Please share your keyboard. I've been wanting to get one of those keyboards because it looks so cool. I've actually thought about this before. I think I talked about it last time. It was my idea of a mechanical keyboard simulator. I think it was it. Keyboard simulator. Yeah, we go. The idea is that it is a keyboard simulator, literally a keyboard simulator that gives you the sound of a good keyboard. So let's say you have a shitty keyboard that uses a membrane. You would install my keyboard simulator, upon which you could then build a keyboard with a real STL files and the stuff. But the key is that you can change the switches and it sounds cool. And you would green screen it in front of where you are. Fuck, give me a second. Holy hell, sorry, that was awful timing. I had to help bring some stuff in. It ended up being like a whole gardening thing, and I was like, but the fog has stopped, yeah, sorry. but you know what? The best way to get people to stop doing that again, and to respect my time and my space, and to give me a heads up instead of calling me last second, and then complaining about it, is I guilt trip them. I always do this, is I guilt trip people, not my wife, but other people in my life who seem to think that they have a hold over my time. And I tell them, yeah, you're interrupting something important. Not really, but, what's important to me is not important to them, but that doesn't matter if it's important to me, right? So it's one of those things that I have to be careful about, making sure that people know, like, hey, this isn't for you to decide. So I guilt trip them. And I say, you are taking me away from something very important. I have a meeting. Chat, you are now my board of directors. Only for today, though. Only for today, you my board of directors. I was like, you're taking me away from a meeting with very important executives of this thing that I'm working on, and the executives are getting very angry that I'm not there to talk to them and respond to their questions. So that's how I do it. Yay, meetings! This is what you have. You have a lot of mechanical keyboards. Sorry, I just... I barely survived. It's like multiple pounds, multiple kilograms of. It's a kilogram. It's a multiple kilograms of plants they had to bring in really quickly. Jesus. This is a cool keyboard though. The SAT 75X Canon keys. I have hydrate. I did hydrate with my sweat entering my mouth. See, this is a cool keyboard. I just after going from a like a non-split keyboard to a split keyboard, I can never go back to a non-split keyboard. Because the one that I have now is the ZSA Moonlander, which the ZSA Moonlander to me is a fantastic keyboard because it's like a good way of getting a split keyboard without having to like create your own. However, I really want to move on to like building one from scratch using the schematics that people have. Because I have a theory that you can probably get a customized position of the keys as long as you can somehow map it based on the maximum reach of your fingers and some like formula. You also use an Alice style keyboard. What's an Alice style keyboard? Alice keyboard. Sorry, Alice. Alice mechanical keyboard. Custom Keychron CQ8 custom mechanical. I'm assuming this is an Alice style. Alice layout. Wait, this is kind of cool too. Yeah, because this is sort of like the exact problem with the Moonlander that I have at the moment is that the keys are still forward facing, whereas like you really do want them to be slanted in for specifically your index and your middle fingers. You have a nice collection. I'm very proud of you. Very nice collection, and I like this. I actually really like the keycaps on these. Keep refrigerated is really cool. I really wish I had fancy keycaps. My wife and I just scavenged keycaps from the keyboards that we had, so it doesn't look cool. And the one friend that we had that made keycaps, she's pregnant, so she can't make them anymore because they use like very toxic materials. So like it's like, oh shit, we have to wait until like maybe 2 years later, before we can get something from her. You think you have the Q10. Okay, well, coenzyme Q10 is a supplement. I'm just kidding. Wow, it's really good for congestive heart failure. Okay, so Q10 keyboard. Here we go. I like how some terms are just so there's a funny overlap with some terms where it's like Q10 is the thing that you use to prevent congestive heart failure, but it's also a sick keyboard by Keychron. It's like, well, which one do you want? But in my mind, how many people Google Q10, the congestive heart failure medication, versus Q10, the keyboard? I suspect a lot less than the keyboard. So I think Keychron should be showing up first. But this is also very nice. You know what? Very nice selection. And you have full function keys and other buttons. This is my problem with my keyboard, the Moonlander. It's all the same size buttons. It's all the same size keys. And I don't have like a function key row, so I have to like press a layer. And honestly, I've moved away from the idea of the layer being good. I even would prefer having a separate numpad thing, but I know that they sell separate numpad keys. GMK makes expensive keycaps. $300 for plastic. GMK. Sorry, let me switch the category too, because we're no longer making movies. Does a Moonlander use VIA? I don't know what VIA is, so probably not. VIA keyboard. Can I use VIA? Your keyboard's best friend. Oh, is this the configuration thing? I don't think it does. No. I think the Moonlander uses its own thing. I forget what it's called though. I haven't used it in a very long time. Let me see what it's actually. ZSA.io, I think it was the site. Yeah, here we go. ZSA.io with the Voyager. VIA uses KeyUMK, which you can remap the keys with. So I think they made their own custom thing. But to be fair, I've also never tried anything else. So I'm going to try the VIA thing from now on, because maybe that would be better. Because the thing that they use for configuring is this. These Oryx. But I remember reading about this, and I remember reading that Oryx is just QMK. Or like, it's just a fancy UI on top of QMK. Somewhere, I think on the GitHub or something. So maybe I could use VIA. I'll keep that in mind, because that actually does sound pretty neat. GMK Electronic Design. Canada. English. Why is it spelled like that? Except all, sure. I don't know what I accepted. GMK X Hebe exclusive artisan keycap. I would hate pressing this keycap, but let's check this out. So it moves? Why is the image so dark? Wait, sorry. I have like a dark reader on. Um, Sorry, you got flashbanged. But that's actually kind of cool. I do kind of. Is there no dark mode for this? That is kind of that is kind of neat. But for $50 for one key, that seems, oh dear God, $50. But it's so sick though. Like it actually is so cool. What the? Wait a minute. Okay, that's standard. $50 is standard. These are wooden keys. Oh my God, these look sick. Wait, I've never seen these before. Thank you. You've opened up my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna try this later, and I'm gonna try Via later. I'm gonna check out their keyboards later. It's an expensive hobby. It is. It's why I stopped at the keyboard. Like when I got the keyboard, I was like, okay, I'll stop here. Like I don't really need. Like for me, because for me when I'm programming, I like rarely look at the keycaps. But sometimes I look at the keycap and I go, that must feel interesting to touch, and I would like to have a. Because the thing is, right? I want a different feeling key for every single section of my keyboard so that I know when I reach over there. Because the touch typing is fine, but especially when the keyboard has like a unique layout or it's very tight, I tend to find that I keep forgetting things. You use a lot of macros. You're just like the other chatters. Because I always think that you're insane. I can't use the macros. I use layers and I hate I hate layers. So I use the layers right now. I use layers now, and I hate layers because it's getting confusing to remember when the layer is, right? Like, you know what I really want? My perfect keycap design is an OLED display keycap. Like the top of the keycap. Here we go. That's the chatter that is into layers. It's a keycap that has a digital display so it can say what it does. Like that's what I need is an automatically displaying keycap that tells me what it does based on the configuration from the keyboard configuration. And I know it would cost like $1,000, but I would pay that money just for that purpose. Ortho keyboards make you crazy. They do look sick. But I think you also meant crazy as in how do you use them? And I also agree because I'm like, how do you use these? Get blank keycaps and a Sharpie. And I just keep on changing it every single time. I would go a bit crazy. I think I'd go crazy trying to change. Look at this. This has a worse configuration for the arrow keys than my current one, which is like I have left and right arrow keys on my left hand and up and down arrow keys on my right hand. Like this is a worse configuration. They've somehow gotten worse. You tried an ortho for a week and you gave up. I hope that you get a refund. If you didn't get a refund, that'd be unfortunate. This is the one that I wanted, actually. I really wanted to try the Kinesis. Because apparently this thing is amazing. But this thing feels like it's made for somebody with, like, Andre the Giant hands. This is like, if you don't have Andre the Giant hands, I don't know how you're going to be able to use this thing. Because it's like the amount of space between keys is massive. Otherwise, or it's just every photo that I've seen making it look really huge. Because beside this mouse, like this mouse, if this is to scale, okay, think about this. If this is a normal size keyboard, this mouse is literally made for Andre the Giant. Like it's like 3 fingers on each button. Why is it so fucking huge? Why is the mouse so huge? You want to get a QK Alice Duo keyboard. QK Alice Duo. From koitekeys.com. Oh, this looks sick. This is actually a sick keyboard. I also like that. What's a small thing though? With the wrist, without the plate, hot swap PCB. Yeah, but what's a small thing? Please note. What is this? Wrist, bottom without rest. Okay, that's cool and all. Why did you? You're kidding me. The way they did this was they overlaid multiple images on top instead of just positioning it with like flex or something. They overlaid an entire image that's the same size, like sickos. Instead of doing the matching elements and then just laying it with like flex box or something. Small thing is connected to the computer. It's wireless. Oh, that's kind of cool actually. Wait, but where's the other half of the keyboard? I'm assuming this is the other half of the keyboard. So it's like okay. I get it. So small thing connects to it. The button, I'm assuming, is you can do anything with this. Like if you want a volume slider, you can do it on that thing too, I guess. and then this is the bottom of the other half, but the both bottoms would look the same. And then this is the actual keyboard itself. Honestly, it does look really cool. I'm gonna save this. This is a nice find. If you ever find a cool keyboard chat, please let me know because like I don't keep up with the hobby. It's very hard for me to keep up with any hobby. And I'm over here trying to make a movie, okay? I'm over here trying to make like a good movie about rock climbing, okay? So I need all of your input into what are cool keyboards, and I don't have any. I have no concerns about the way that it looks, right? I believe in the freedom to express yourself in any way, and I believe that everything has a cool style to it. You're in too deep into the hobby. Yeah, but that's what so like you're the perfect person to ask for advice because you've been burned enough times to know what is good and what is bad, right? Like you have suffered through this, and therefore I can use your experience because you suffered for me. You know what I mean? Like it's you suffered, therefore I can exist. Therefore I can do. Oh, you know what I really want? I want to make a micro. I forget what they're called. The cyber deck. I want to make like the Panda cyber deck, but put it into this frame and just have that. Yes, group buy suffering. When I saw the concept of a group buy. So for those of you who don't know, a group buy is when multiple people get together to purchase a thing because they won't make it like under a certain number of users, and the price gets way higher if you're buying a single one. So you get a group buy to put a lot of orders in. Therefore, the person who is making it can like make the thing at like a reasonable price and can actually make the thing without losing money on it. And then once you get enough, then you finally get it, and you get to like distribute all the purchases out or something. It's actually insane. I don't even know about the distribution part because I've never seen a group buy get to that part. Like I've only ever seen the beginnings and the middles and the failures of group buys where they try to do a group buy and the whole thing falls apart, so they never get the thing. Oh my god, the Winkler. It's a year plus turnaround time. Yes, and that's if the vendor doesn't go on there. Exactly, yeah. Like, it takes so long. Which, I mean, to be fair, though, it's like, especially if it's like a thing that they're just trying to like do, and it's sort of like a... Because, like, to me, group buy feels a bit like Kickstarter, where you're hoping that there's enough volume of people to keep you afloat until you actually launch and release, and then you can maybe start to at least recoup your cost, if not even try to make a little bit of profit. But it's like to me, it's like the same problem of Kickstarter, where it's like you need so much buy-in that it's basically impossible in most cases. Also, sorry, I need to go like wipe myself down. I think there's bugs on me because I brought in the plants. I don't think I'm itchy. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I was itchy, so sorry about that. The plants got to me. You know a good few US sites that are reliable, and they do international. Okay, if you can ever post that, just let me know, and I will definitely check it out. You muted Twitch because it started playing an ad, and then you came back to this and thought it was still ads playing. It's like, how long is this ad? Why is the ad still playing? What is this about keycaps? How do they know my interests so well? That said, VR is discontinued. What? Vile is an open source VR alternative that's still being developed. Oh shit! Is there open source drama around VR? The VIA. This organization has no public releases. It's a rapidly used VR app. USB detection error. You still use VR. It's website based. Wait, so how do we know that it's dead? Keyboards app. How do we know that it's unmaintained? Issues. Any plans for i18 support? Sorry, that was very disgusting. I didn't mean to burp, or maybe I did. I don't know. Vile. The desktop version is not available. Oh, the desktop version is not available. Oh, but the website still is. I see. And honestly, is it so wrong to want to use a website versus like a desktop? I don't think so. Especially given that you can use a VR headset with your website. Do I have a Discord? I do. The problem is, can you make it through the maze? If you make it, everyone who joins, we do a bet on if you can make it through the maze. Chat, you're scaring them. Chat, you are scaring them. Listen, if you get in now, right? It's easier to get in now because later on, it's going to be... so I finally figured out what concept that I want for the website game. Basically, what I'm going to do is, in the future... Anybody who wants to join the Discord has to finish a game, like a full game. I'm going to make it a really hard, like 30-minute Metroidvania. And you have to have like near perfect execution. But it can't be mechanically complex because it won't be accessible. So I need to make it an accessible game, but it can't be so slow that it's super easy to sort of like plan your move forever, right? Like there has to be like a time limit. So it's gonna have to be like an interesting mix. So you're not going to a try. Honestly, that's fair. I just want you to know that if you beat the bets, you get the you get the bragging rights, right? If you beat the bet, then you get the bragging right. You get to join in and then say, "I'm them," right? Not sure if there's any drama. It's just think it quietly died. That's all. Wait, so then what's the point of? I always wondered this, right? I've always wondered what's the point of it going from like let's say VIA dies. It's basically open source as far as I can tell. It's all GPL theory, and it interfaces with something that's even more open source, which is QMK, right? But then Vile itself. Oh, here we go. Okay, they've taken their first steps. Wait. Have them beat a short round of a Paradox style grand strategy game. Well, what's her name? Yes. Well, how do I change stream mode? I want to see full world moral. I copy your name. Will. Yes, they're so good at mazes. No, this is why you have no viewers. Let's do like a 1 hour, like a 4 hour poll. I'm gonna give them 4 hours. If you can't make it in 4 hours, there's no helping you. You don't think Veer is open source? Well, what am I staring at then? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? What am I looking at if it's not open source? What is this? What is all this then? I don't know. I will say this. It's funny to think about what constitutes open source because there could be so many components to like one particular thing that it's hard to know what is the core aspect of it. Like, is all of this a part of the VR application, or is like a specific piece of this a part of the VR application? Like which of these is actually the core of what you would think of as VR? You know what I mean? That is a good tell of what's open source. But to me, it all says public, so I think it's open source. You're working too, so you're not looking at it right away. Good call. Some people usually say that they don't look at it because they like to keep that sanity. But yeah, so let me this. If there's enough public here that you can use it, and it seems to be licensed under GPL3, why don't people just work on? I've always wanted this, right? Is whenever people make a whole different thing versus just continuing the old thing. Maybe if it's like the maintainers aren't available and they don't add any new maintainers, and then you can't commit anything. That's like a major problem, right? But to me, forking feels like the last resort where it's like, I would wait to fork if there's no other possible way to get any changes in. And if you tried for a fair amount and there's no possible way to get something in, that's when I fork. Because a fork runs the risk of like, okay, now you have a whole different thing that's the same project, but now you like now you like pull developers one way versus the other. You're not sure what's up with it, but you do remember it not being open source, being a point of connection after it discontinued or something. So maybe it came back alive. Software about forking on stream, you pervert. What's the thing about the children again? Something programmer killed child meme Reddit. Just don't look at it. What is a child? Wait, this one's also really good. Chat, this one's also really good. I thought people who learn programming were supposed to be smart. What is a fork? What is a branch? What does pipe mean? What to talk to? Oh, holy shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one's also really... The below message was displayed on someone's TV. Code was displayed mixed with the words kill progress, kill process, or sacrifice child. Are you all seeing this? The high-tech society is eating children in front of your very eyes. We're going to move on now. The high-tech society is going to assassinate me after my expose today. So I won't be here probably tomorrow because I'll probably be dead. In return, we're going to get us through as much of Dwarf Fortress as I possibly can before they find me and take me... but I am out. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for joining me in this Dwarf Fortress session. That was very fun. I actually really enjoyed reading through it. I remember as as a kid having fun with the imagination part as well, and I can't wait to see how terrible I'm going to be at the actual playing part. Because there's two sides to Dwarf Fortress. There's one where it's the randomly generated world that you get placed in, and sort of the things that happen, which is sort of like what the adventure mode is sort of playing with. And then there's like the actual part of like playing the game, which is I think one of the harder parts, right? Because playing the game is a genuinely complicated task, and I'm excited to learn next time, but not tonight. I'm just hungry and tired. There's nobody that I can raid, eh? Well, that's unfortunate. No one that I know that I can raid. Good night, everyone. Have a great time. Sleep tight, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be streaming basically every day until I think Wednesday, because my wife is gonna come over on Wednesday, and we'll hang out then, and we'll just have a good time. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Not some more Dwarf Fortress. I need a break, kind of, from Dwarf Fortress, so we'll see what happens. But this will come back soon at some point. I swear. So we'll figure out what to do tomorrow, and I'll let you all know by tonight. I have some more funny ideas. I just don't know if I'm in the mood for it. I may want something much more slower paced. As well, I promise I'll get more of the film going. Also, my game is it's frozen, so I need to be careful. Bye everyone. Have a great day. I'll send you the first one scene of the movie when I'm done making it. And thank you all for joining me on today's little adventures. I hope you had a great time. Okay, bye.